My group and I have chosen to detail The Art of Measurement written by Marie Besançon. It details the different process of measurement of a good governance and its legitimacy. The first thing we've learned is in measuring whether a governance is good or not, there are many factors, either subjective and objective, which means it can affect our perception. Even if human well-being is not subjective, degrees of acceptation can be subjective and depend on many criteria and societies. The debate has to be done on studies and theorization to be legitimate, even if we lack on multicultural data about what is a good human development across the world. And it is what we are going to see. CPI, which stands for Transparency International's Corruption Perception Index, can be an important point when we deal with bad governance. It can create debates in a country, but some of government really don't care about this rating. Moreover, some data are subjective depending on the countries the study is held. As the governance of countries is widely disparate, it is hard to set up standards to theorize the good governance measurement. But the World War II set up a peace situation in many countries, which is a good start. Here is a list of the questions discussed within the document. What we can say is that all of the data are based on panel experts or world organizations that are mainly subjective because each culture, each country's development is different. With that said, it's really harsh to set standards through only objective data. The aggregation of subjective data by chosen experts limits dependence of subjectivity to lead to a sort of objectivity. Then, the aggregation of data doesn't allow to be isolated, and it would deform the diagnosis. Extreme data are easy to measure, for example, whether a government is really corrupted or completely fair. Parts of these studies, expert, policy, and analysts are now weighting the quality of each measures to make it better in order to lead to people worse fair. But what we can say is none result is perfect by now, because the world is evolving, so data have to improve. But we can observe first concrete results, such as election in Nigeria, that allow us to know which metrics are working and in which applicable measure. Still, some other metrics are long-term ones, so it can be tendentious and maybe too quick to suppress them for further studies before letting them show their efficiency. Today, everything needs to be measured to evaluate its performance. We no longer have resources to waste, hence performance is even more curtailed today. Measure, especially for governmental entity, is also a way for people to control the power they have delegated. In other perspectives, like healthcare, measure allowed people to think about optimizing the medical path and medical data to get it less expensive and more efficient.